Good morning, MacLaren. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. The weather today, sun and clouds mixed, high of 62 degrees. It looks like afternoon showers are likely tomorrow and Friday. So make sure you get outside and get some runaround time today and in the morning. Sun rose today at 6:12 a.m. and will set at 7:43 p.m. On this date, April 22nd, in the year 1056, the supernova Crab Nebula was last seen by the naked eye. So what that means is that since then, we have been able to see it and study it through a telescope. But 1,000 years ago, human beings could still see it with their bare eye without having to look through a telescope. Also on this date, April 22nd, in the year 1526, there was the first ever slave revolt in the American colonies. That is when enslaved people say, "We will not stand for this. We will not live in slavery." This took place in South Carolina in the year 1526. It was not the last slave revolt. On this date, April 22nd, in the year 1889, at noon, I believe they fired a gun to signal it. At 12 o'clock noon, thousands of people rushed out to claim land in the land rush of 1889. So they all had to wait. And then when the gun went off, they could charge out there and stake a claim. And so many people went out and were moving so quickly that the cities of Oklahoma City and Guthrie were formed within hours. They had populations of at least 10,000 people. So those cities went up in a matter of hours. Kind of amazing. Today is also Earth Day. Earth Day is an annual event celebrated around the world on April 22nd to show support for environmental protection. It was first celebrated in 1970 and now includes events in more than 193 countries. So happy Earth Day to you. Okay, I'm going to go back and check in on our avocado pit to see if it has sprouted yet. And you can see no sprout, nothing happening yet. So we'll keep checking back in with that avocado pit. I will keep you posted. If you put an avocado pit in some water and it sprouts, have your folks send me a picture. I would love to see it. An avocado plant is really quite lovely. Okay, I revisited my egg and saltwater failed experiment. And let's see what happened. So you will recall that when we have a jar of plain tap water and we have a fresh egg, a raw egg, and we put it in this water, it sinks to the bottom. And the reason for that is that the egg is more dense than the water, right? So the water parts and the egg sinks to the bottom. But when we have a container of salty water, and I went back before, what I really had was a layer of salt at the bottom of a container of water, so it wasn't truly salt water. So I went back and I stirred and I stirred and I mixed and I mixed. And in fact, I'm going to give it an extra mixing and stirring right now just to be absolutely sure that it is, in fact, salt water. Let's see what happens now. Lo and behold, now the egg floats. And so why is that? Well, what we have done is to make the water more dense than the egg. And so now the egg can't part through the water and sink to the bottom. And the salt has so thickened the water that the egg now floats on top. So I'm glad we figured that out. And tomorrow we will take a look at some other ways of being able to really see in a practical way density. So we'll see about that tomorrow. That's all for now. Take heart, my friends. Keep tending to your victory garden. Keep a pleasant schedule and a good routine. Get fresh air and plenty of exercise. Be a helper to your family. Please don't wrangle with your siblings. If it is your birthday today, April 22nd, happy birthday to you. I hope you all have a day of kindness, friendliness, and peace, my friends. We're all in this together. We miss you. We'll see you next time.